Hi guys, so tonight I'm going to do a little video on how to apply our wraps and also a little troubleshooting for if you get creases or stuff. Creases is the main one because I'm working with a holographic wrap, which is very similar to the metallic wrap. So if you have issues with holographic or metallic, this tutorial is for you. So this wrap that I've got tonight is Unicorn Sparkle, which is part of our limited edition Hot Hollow range. So I'm going to start on here, but I've already gotten my orange stick and I've already pushed back all the skin and the cuticles around all my nails. I did actually have this nail broke this afternoon, so I've had to cut it right down for where the break was. As you can see, I haven't worried too much about the shape because I will reshape that once the wraps go on. So before I go too far, I've just got a cotton pad here, just a cotton that I'm just going to wipe over my nails to make sure there's no dirt or anything left over on my nails or any oils, because dirt and oil is not our friend when it comes to applying wraps. If you have any left over and your nails aren't clean, the adhesive won't work as well. So I've got my Jamboree mini heater just off here to the side. I'm just going to turn that on. You're going to hear that humming away in the background there. So to start off with, I've already cut this one down the middle, so I'm just going to do this. Oh, sorry, I'm doing my right hand first because I'm right-handed, and so while my patience is good and I'm not rushing, I'm just going to do this because I'm not as good at doing this hand. So to start off with, I like to position the wrap on my nail first and then just check that it's going to fit. So that side fits, checking that's going to fit down this side, so you can see that's going to fit just fine. And so if you're looking really closely, just wait for that to, there is a bit of a gap, because embrace the gap. You're better off undersizing a wrap than oversizing it. So I'm just going to heat that wrap a couple of seconds so it's nice and soft, and I start by rubbing down the middle. Now, holographic and metallic wrap, guys, tend to heat up really quickly, but they also tend to cool down really quickly as well. So I like to always keep applying little pockets of heat. So just secure that down the middle, and I'm just going to heat it up again and come back. And just so you can see how I've just pushed out those. There's one more little crease that's coming in there, which I'm just going to, there we go, apply a bit of pressure and no creases. There's a little bit of a bump just there, which I might just, so if a little bump does occur, I like to just keep rubbing it, just keep applying pressure. So now I'm going to come back and do the other side, and coming along. You can see why I'm doing this hand first, because I'm so uncoordinated with my left hand. So if I come in with my left hand first, then I'm using all my concentration on my not as good hand. So there you go, like that's applied. I'm sorry, it's a bit out of focus, so I'll just focus it there for you. So look at that. That is actually like a perfect application of a holographic wrap. So I'm just going to heat it up a little bit more for a couple seconds, and I just fold it down over the side like so. And that little baby is just going to stay there for a moment while I go and keep going on my other nails. So I like to always re-wipe over my nail before I apply the wrap, because while you're doing this and while you're doing this, look at where your nails are, they're touching your skin. So even though we've cleaned them, I like to just give it a little bit of a, like, it's not going to harm. I just like to make sure they're really clean. So come in down the middle of the wrap like so. Get my scissors, cut. So I'm kind of hoping that I get a crease at some point, kind of hoping I don't, because that would be awesome too. So I'm applying cold. So the reason I like to apply cold is, okay, look, I've just accidentally like totally misplaced that. Now, if you haven't heated up the wrap first, you can very gently just pull it off there. And look, there's no damage to where it was sticking before. Yes, there's damage there, and that's because, again, I am a chronic slamming my hand indoors, and my 3-year-old's constantly shutting the cupboard doors on my hands as I'm trying to open them. So I've constantly got like bruises and bumps and knobs on my hands, which is why Jamboree's been amazing for me. So look at that. Yep. Gap. You know what you're going to see? That's what you're going to see. What am I going to see? What are you going to see? What am I going to see? What are you going to see? Okay, so that's why we embrace the gap. But now I've checked that position's like perfect. Awesome. I'm going to heat it for a couple of seconds, and I just work it down the middle. Working it down the middle like so. And look, there's actually a bit of potential right now to get a couple of creases, which is kind of good for me to be able to show you how to get rid of them. Okay, so if you see how those little, like there's a bit of a bump happening up there, can you see that? There's one there and there's one there. Right, well, we're going to keep our eyes on those because I'm going to show you how to not turn those into creases. So I'm just going to heat up a little bit, come back. So this one, start at the base and just push it straight out in the direction of where that fold is. That's my heat. That's it. That's all. You're just pushing it. See that one? It's like an arrow. So you start at the thin end. Like, can you see that? I hope you can see it. Maybe if I come closer, and then focus. Okay, can you see that crease right there? Like, it is seriously just there. Right. You start at the base of the crease, and then push in the direction of the crease. What's that? It's gone. Oh my God. I'm just heating a little bit so I can go because it's cooled right down there. And I'm just going to give that edge a little bit more pressure. Really make sure that that's on. Oh my God. There was 2. And now there's just the 1. Can you see that? We're going to get rid of that baby. That baby's going. Going, going, going. All right. So you can see it. It's like big and ugly. And in a moment, I'm just heating it up for a couple of seconds. Come back. Starting at the base. And push. Oh my God. Did you see it? It's gone. Starting at the base and pushing out. How good's that? Alright, I'm just going to heat up a little bit so I can focus on making sure that the tip has got really nicely, properly put on. Like that. Oh my gosh, guys, this is looking really good. OMG. Alright, that is like another perfect application. And then I'm just heating for a couple seconds. Notice how I'm not tugging, I'm literally just pushing that over, like rolling my finger over the edge. See, roll. No need to tug. No need to tug. Okay, see? Another little nail bruise from where I've had my finger banged in the door up here. So, on to number 3. Now, number 3, I like to do my middle finger is actually this size up here, not this one. This one's going to be my index. This one's going to be my middle finger because I find that my middle fingernail is actually the biggest one of these nails. So therefore, I'm going to use the biggest wrap down here. Well, not the biggest, but number 4, which is, so come in here. There we go. Oh, sorry. There we go. All right, so I've just touched, I felt that. So I'm just gonna, this is how like on top of it I am. Like it's not gonna hurt to re-wipe your nail with alcohol. If anything, just make sure it's extra clean. So let me just refocus that. Sorry guys, I'm on my phone with a tripod. So position, there we go. And that's looking good. And that's looking good. See? And then I heat. Oops, find the hot spot. Get it. And then rub. Rub it up, dub. Okay. Heating. And coming over this side. So I haven't actually managed to get any really bad creases just yet. Maybe I will need to rope one of my party attendees at the in-home I'm doing over the weekend to let me video them if any of them get a really bad crease, because I actually don't even want to deliberately crease this baby. Like, look how beautiful this wrap is. If you're watching this before the 8th of August 2017, then get your hands on these holographic wraps, because seriously, they're to die for. Look at them, they're beautiful. It's number 3. I'm just going to heat up again. Heat, little pockets of heat and pressure, my ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and then I'm just going to heat for a couple of seconds, and then again, look, rolling my finger, no tugging. See, they're all stuck. All that excess bit is stuck to my fingers, and you know what, it doesn't matter because you're going to file it off anyway. But what it does do is that, look, if my baby cries right now, I'm going to be able to go upstairs and feed her and change her nappy and do whatever I need to do without those catching on anything, okay? So they're just out of the way, which means you can still use your hands. Look, still using my hands, I'm scratching my palm just there, it's still usable, okay? So next one is my index, cleaning. And then scissors, cut. Okay, if I'm going to get a crease on any of my nails, it'll be my index finger. And actually, I'm just going to... See, this is how many times I wipe my fingers. It's a bit over the top, but okay. See, because my index fingers, like, look how curvy that is. Like, not as... I know there's some that have curvier nails, like from here to here. Like, there's a bit of a curve, and then you look at it that way. Okay, so usually if you're curvier you are there, then more likely you're going to get a crease. My other nails aren't as bad, see? But if I'm going to get a crease, this is the nail that's going to happen to. So I'm just checking that fits. See, look, there's a gap coming down this side. Still a gap. Okay, now watch. See, actually maybe I should have done this in the first place. I'll show you. See. 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't need to heat too much. Move that out of the way. Like, you really don't need to heat these wraps too much at all, because I actually find the hotter they are means the stretchier they are, which means you could potentially stretch them more, which means the chances are, you know, you can push it into a crease more. So no crease. Weird. So it's only a couple of seconds I'm ever reheating for. Oh, don't even. Okay, so I'm just being a bit more careful with my index because like it is so super curvy. So it's probably going to try and crease over here. So I'm just going to heat my finger up again for a couple seconds. coming over here, and oh my gosh, you know how long it's been since I have put a metallic wrap on my index finger and it hasn't creased? I can't even remember the last time that that's happened, and it just happened. Oh, I tried to show you guys a crease, but it just wasn't working. Maybe my technique's just way too good. Sorry guys, I'm just being silly. So there we go. Like, look at that. So I'll show you what happens if you do heat a little bit too much. So this is why I don't like heating them too much. See if I can focus. Alright. Oh, you can't really see it, but it kind of does show a little bit around there. I don't think you can really see it, but you can kind of, it looks like stretch marks on the wrap if you heat it up too much and then it's stretched. That's my belief anyway. It causes these little like hairline things if you heat them up too much and then you're pushing them and then they're trying to retract back. They look a little bit like stretch marks. So there's those two. I'm going to try this nail because that one's like so much longer than this nail. See, it's like a good ½ centimeter longer. So I'm actually going to just go straight to this nail and see if I can get a crease for you guys to try and get rid of it. Okay, so cleaning. Coming in. I want this one. Oops. So there you go. So I'm gonna have to go down here. Position. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna need to just, I'm gonna move that heater away so it doesn't heat up my wrap. So I'm just gonna need to reposition this a little. Okay. Oh, what have I done? Okay. Backwards. There we go. I think I've done it again anyway. Yeah, I have. Okay. So this is why it's good to not heat up your wraps first, because if you're not so good at positioning, you can give it a couple of goes. But obviously, as I said, no heating first. If you've heated your wrap, it's too late. You should not, absolutely do not try and lift up your wrap. Because it would have, the glue, the adhesive would have already been activated, and you will take, yeah, so see, that's going to definitely crease. Like, look how far down. There. You can see how it's already kind of like high up here in the middle. So I like to just, let's like try and eliminate that baby before it even gets too bad. Okay. All right. So this is going to be really interesting for you guys. Watch. Okay, so I'm going to heat. Oops, not in a hot spot. There we go. All right. Focus. Phone. There we go. I might even zoom in. There you go. So rub-a-dub-dub. All right. So it's getting there. There looks like there could be a few coming. Heating for a couple of seconds. Push out one. Push out two. Okay, so it kind of looks like we might be okay. May not be too bad just yet. Always applying the pressure, especially as it cools down. Rubbing. Just going to heat that side again. So okay. Oh, okay. Making sure this is focused for you guys so you can really see what's going on here. Come on. Okay. So you can see that nice little like tent that's happening in here along the direction of the crease. And look, there is definitely a crease coming down here. Okay, so you see that? Okay, I'm just going to focus on the rest of the nail and come back to that. So I've just heated again. So I'm ignoring it. I'm not pressing down on it just yet. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure the rest of my nail is nicely applied. So look, I said I was going to get a crease. Okay, so now I'm using my orange stick. Okay. And I haven't reheated. Have you noticed that? I'm doing this to a cold wrap. Cold means it's harder. Cold means it's less likely to stretch as you do this. And I've just kind of like worked my way from the base of the crease all the way down. Okay, so it is a bit hard, like when your nail bends underneath from the pressure as well. So I'm just putting my other thumbnail underneath to make sure. So look at that. You can kind of, look, crease be gone. Like there's still like the smallest of marks. Like you can kind of see there's like a little bit of a mark under there. But the busier the wrap, the less you'll be able to see that. So I'm just going to turn off this mini heater for a second. So I'm waiting for this wrap to fully cool down, okay? So I'm going to wait for it to cool down because the errors, I should say, will show up more when it's cold. Okay, so can you see that? You can kind of see there's a small mark, but a mark compared to there being like no creases, it's pretty cool. Okay, so that looks like it may have actually come out okay. So I'm just going to turn the heater on to heat up the tip a little bit so then I can roll the edge over. We're rolling. So there, you can really see it now, like there's a little bit of a tent happening, a little bit of a tent happening like just there at the end of my orange stick. But I'm just going to keep applying pressure, push down, apply pressure, and that'll resolve itself. That'll be fine. Okay. I hope that helped. I'm glad I finally did get a crease and I could show you how to get rid of that. I'm going to leave you guys now for this evening. Please feel free to comment or message me any questions you might have. Okay. I will post a picture of my finished mani very soon. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.